Coming up in Centre Circle, another stage of Jamaica's football has been achieved. Premier League semi-finals to be played away from home. And let there be light. St. Mary residents get taste of night football. The Jamaica Football Federation on Wednesday opened doors to its dormitory at the UWI Captain Horace Burrell Technical Centre. The facility, which saw work started 3 years ago, is now ready to host players called up for national duties. Simon Preston was at the opening.
This facility in place, will we still be using the Shortwood residents?
We will eventually phase that out, but we will definitely be keeping it a little while longer, just to ensure that there's this smooth transition, because we still think that this is just a start, because we want far more lands if we're really going to make a proper academy. So we have made some requests and we are waiting on some answers. We are trying to get a property that would be 20 or 25 acres so we can really set up a real proper facility. This particular component, the surface, grounds were broken 6 months ago, and I must say congratulations to the contractors. I think they did a pretty decent job. They maybe would have fallen behind maybe by a month or so, but all things considered, the weather sometimes would have intervened. I think they did a good job, and I want to personally and certainly on behalf of the JFF and by extension on behalf of CONCACAF and maybe by further extension on behalf of FIFA say thanks to the contractors. This would certainly prepare us for some international tournaments, because overseas, especially our under-17s and under-20s, would encounter this kind of facilities. So no longer will they go not having played on the artificial surface before. So this certainly must be a fillip, a catalyst for our youngsters going forward, as they can now prepare on the artificial surface.
In your speech you said you wanted a few more across the island. Have you targeted how many and where?
Well, at least we want to put up at least once per year for the next 4 years. And of course we'd want to have one in each region. So this, like I said, is the first, and we're just hoping that within the next 4 years we'll have one in each region.
It really started back in 2008, and because of the excellent support provided by the University of the West Indies and the hard work, at least we're finally here. From a CONCACAF perspective, we're very happy to see this happening in many of the territories. We think that the football infrastructure needs tremendous improvement in the region, and this of course does that here in Jamaica, being the first full-size pitch, and so it's a happy development for all of us. Of course, we're hoping for more, and CONCACAF will do everything within its power to support that effort. I think there are excellent opportunities now for the JFF to be able to do those things with the FIFA Forward program. So with FIFA, a forward-looking JFF, the support of CONCACAF, the sponsors who are critical, of course the support of the media, and we need to talk about the need to improve the infrastructure. There are a lot of people that are more accustomed to the artificial pitch of old, and so there are a lot of misconceptions about the artificial. The new technologically advanced artificial surfaces are great playing surfaces. Actually, the FIFA World Cup in 2015, the women's tournament was played on only artificial surfaces, and nobody knew that unless you kind of, did a little bit more research. So this will help, especially at the grassroots level, because when you're talking about grassroots, you're talking about a lot of kids, and you're talking about playing all day. On grass pitches, you can't do that with regularity because the maintenance costs are so high. And with an artificial pitch, it allows you to do that. We know we have a number of smaller pitches, around in the country. We need to have the larger ones too, because some of the World Cup games and the Nation League games are actually being played on these types of surfaces. So now our teams the teams here in Jamaica can actually go and practice well.
We have a surface, we have the talent, so what is the next step to make a competitive product?
Well, you know, it's a discussion I have every time we have one of these interviews. Jamaica is not doing too badly in terms of its competitiveness. At the under-20 CONCACAF level, we did fairly well. I think no one can argue that. I think in the women's, that's obvious. We've now qualified for the World Cup. In the Nations League, Jamaica has not lost a game. So at many other levels, now, are there other improvements necessary? Absolutely, positively. I know there's work going on the coaching education side. I know there's work going on the Premier League, and all of these have to be worked on to try and develop a better football product. But there's a lot going on, and a lot we should be proud of, and a lot we need to understand from everyone that it's going to take some work to get it to where it needs to get to. But you know, things are on the improve.
Still to come on Centre Circle, not everyone agrees with playing the Premier League semi-finals away from home, and St Mary's football could go on the lights soon.